What it do, what it do. Happy Tuesday and good evening. Oh, I'm not gonna lie, I'm really tired. And I still wanted to make a video for the day because today's the third day I've been at this new district. So, gonna briefly talk about what happened today. And I wanted to change it up. So, I'm gonna play Star Wars Battlefront. This is the original one that came out way long time ago. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm just gonna do instant action. You ever played Star Wars Battlefront, the original one? There are definitely just really unfair maps where one specific side does way better than the other. I think you gotta go the OG Spire. That one, the Geonosins win most of it. It's really hard to win as the clones in that one. I do Hoth, Echo Base. Gonna go Naboo Plains. And I'm gonna go Clone Wars. Tatooine Dune Sea, that one's a good one. We go Galactic Civil War on that one. Tatooine Mos Eisley, gotta do that one. Gotta do Galactic Civil War on that one. Jabba's Palace is a map that was added in when you bought this specific version. I don't love that map though. Renvar. I personally think Harbor is better than Citadel, but both not bad. And Bespin Cloud City. You gotta go Galactic Civil War on that one. Alright. I'm not gonna play through all the maps, but just cue some up. So today, day 3 of being at the district. The goal of today was to go in and have some questions answered about what we are going to go to the Empire. And I'm gonna be straight up. I'm gonna go super cheese and just go straight right in one of these and just blow everybody up. Because glory to the Empire. But it was to ask any questions we might have remaining before everyone gets here, because tomorrow is the day when all staff comes back, and that's gonna be nuts. So today we got to get our ID badges plugged in, make sure they all work, make sure we felt pretty good about coming in. Got to get our parking space, which actually at this high school is really cool that you get to select what parking space you want, which I think will help with parking. They said they've never had that before, so I'm excited that they're starting to do that the year that I get there. Man, I don't know what the accuracy is with this thing. It's not as good as it was previously, which is unfortunate. So honestly, that was pretty dope. I really enjoyed that, and as we're getting close to school starting back up, there's more and more people that are hanging out on campus. And now that there's more people on campus, there are more people seeing Samson, our dog, and so people are freaking out and being like, "Oh my God, I love Sammy!" And it's okay. Honestly, I know he's gonna be more popular than me. It's a matter of fact. Everyone loves dogs. Dogs will let you down a lot less than a person will, so it's just much easier to have that be the case. Dude, I've gotten one guy. Maybe I've gotten two. Maybe let's make it 3. So that's been really nice. Went through that, and then we had our leads. They were on campus today, and they came and asked us, "Hey, what questions do you got about everything you've heard so far? We know it's been a lot. What questions do you have for us? We want to talk about." So we talked with them about what kids were in our class, what kids might stand out, and how we can best help support them to make sure that they're taken care of. And then on top of that, just trying to figure out, okay, what do you want your classroom to look like? What do you think is going to be best practice? And how are you currently feeling with everything? So I got to go into my room. The room's going to be on the first floor, which is really cool. A window to see everybody on the outside. And just kind of get to it. One of the things that a lot of teachers do, and I think this happens with homes as well and apartments, is when someone leaves wherever they were for a long time, whether that's a classroom or an apartment or a house, people are bums. Just straight up bums. They don't clean up after themselves, and they normally want to leave as fast as possible, and they don't think about the next person that's going to come into the space very much. And I think that's just people in general. There's just a lot of people that do that. I mean, I think I've definitely been guilty of this many times in the past. It's something I don't want to persist in my life, so getting better at it day by day. And with each opportunity of meeting people and having opportunities to clean up after myself. And coming to this district was no different. This new district, as I was going through and checking all the cabinets, because that was my first thought, like, oh dude, there's got to be so much crap in here. Or my other thought was, man, I really hope the person here before me cleaned up, so I don't have to spend a decent chunk of today trying to straighten things up. And there was just stuff left over in the classroom previous. They said the classroom that I'm in currently, it didn't have a specific teacher. It was just like an extra room, so I used it as a rotation space, so like another class could come in and use it, but didn't really have a dedicated teacher. And basically what that means is everyone just kind of did whatever they wanted, because no one owns the space. And if you don't own the space, then there's nobody to look after it. And if it doesn't get used as consistently as other spaces, people are okay with letting it kind of slide. But hey, that's okay. I'm there now, so I'm going to be able to help take care of that. I can't hit him through here. That's okay, whatever. So ideally, with me being there, I'll get to clean up the space a little bit. I already took some of the trash out. Took a look at the cupboards. Took stuff out that belonged to other teachers, and hopefully got it at the right place today. But man, what a small thing that takes a lot of time to help look after. But it makes such a big difference. Because when you think about someone else who's going to use that space, it's usually someone who's never been in the space before. And their first experience at that school or in that home or in that apartment is going to be, hey, the people before me, did they take care of their business or were they bums? And the school I just left, the elementary school, I was the science teacher there, and we had these gigantic buckets with all the science material in them. And a lot of my brain wanted to say, you know what, I worked really hard this year. It's been really rough with everything that went on with our school, and I don't really need to be the person to go through all of these science buckets and make sure there's resources in here. I can just leave that for the next teacher. Like, they'll have time, it'll be fine. Like, they can do that. That definitely went through my mind. The other thing that went through my mind was, man, I remember what it was like when I first came to this district, and someone just jumped into there. I remember what it was like when I first came into that district, and I went to my classroom for the first time, and legitimately it was crap. There was just stuff everywhere. Like, it just straight up looked like the person, school finished and they just walked out. Like, they left so much stuff in there. And I thought, I don't want to do this to someone else, whoever that person is going to be. Luckily this time I had met the person previously before. I'd worked with them, so I knew who they were. So it was easier, I think, for me to say, you know what, I'm not going to do this. I'll take care of them. But man, I went through all those bins. I straightened everything out. I labeled everything. I counted how many resources were in there. Tried to make sure that everything was put away and clean for them. I might go down here. Is there any health out here? Poor father. Ooh, that guy's. I think I'm gonna go in there and not be okay. But you know what? Whatever. For the Empire. And it took a long time. It legit took me like 4 weeks after school. Obviously not 4 weeks like every single day, but 4 weeks of staying after school for 2 to 3 hours. Trying to make sure that I was using my time wisely, not wasting in it. Dang. And taking care of business. And honestly, it paid off, and I felt really good about it because I knew that as a science teacher, handing my classroom off and the materials to the next teacher, I took care of them to the best of my ability. And knowing the classroom, I felt good about leaving that room. There wasn't like a, oh man, I feel like I should have done that better, which that always feels good. I made sure there was no trash, there was no random items, no leftover materials that I didn't know what to do with, that I just said, you know what, screw it. They're going to be stuck for the next person, they can deal with it. And I really hope they appreciated that. And if they didn't, guess what? It's okay. I can't control that. I can control what I can control, and hopefully I loved on somebody else, made it easier for them. So, felt good about that. But definitely felt the other side of that today when I went to the classroom. Don't get me wrong, it was not bad by any means. It was not insane. It was not outrageous. It just was, it's stuff. Just stuff, like little plates and napkins and trash left inside of the cabinets that I cleaned out. And there definitely was just things left in there someone didn't look after, which is a bummer. Because you know the education struggles with resources and funding, so it's a bummer when you know schools need the extra funding and you have probably a ton of teachers that just leave resources or throw away resources that could be utilized by someone else in the district or in another district. It's a bummer. Yes, it's GG. It's Battlefront 1 against AI. It's not a hard game. It's I was not thinking I was gonna lose on this one. The Empire had definitely an easier time. But that was something that definitely crossed my mind today, and I felt good about it, which was really cool. And I'm rooting for those teachers that jumped into those empty positions over the year, and I'm really hoping that they crush, and I know they will. They have a good team over there, and by team I mean admin. And honestly, that was day 3 of working at this school, was talking with our lead. Oh, this is hard because the CIS is really good, but hey, good guys wear white. I'm gonna jump into one of these. Unless they take it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. No. Alright, there we go. I've never used that first person view. It's horrible. Yeah, it was a pretty easy day. Pretty easy day. Most of the time as a teacher, your hardest time or your most challenging time is going to be working directly with the kids and then working with other people who don't work with kids. That's the most difficult part of being a teacher. So that time is coming soon, but it is not yet. Alright. That guy just ran into me, but alright. I don't think I can cap from inside anymore. Or maybe that's the next game, I can't remember. Just cap real quick. Hopefully no one takes my deal. The hardest are the Droidicos because they have that shield. There's not really like a strong way to take them out in this game without the vehicles. And then after work today, we went over and connected with one of our good friends and previous coworkers from that other school. He was gracious enough to buy food. Got pizza tonight, and that was dope. I'm always down for pizza. I'm married, so you know that we're always trying to. Okay, this is like wow. That was not what I had in mind. Looks like this is almost cleaned up. There's the Droideka. Solo capping because he's actually cracked. There you go. Playing a sniper as the clones it's legit pointless because they're droids. It's really hard to get the headshot, and they're just skinny, so it's hard to hit them in general, especially in this game. But we went over to his house, hung out, talked. It was a good time, really good time. I enjoyed the fact that he's gracious enough to open up his home and make some time. Not everyone does that, so it's cool to take advantage of that. And after the day of hanging out, talking to the teachers, making some plans, having Sammy get spoiled and meet everyone who's gonna absolutely love him over the next year, it was good to hang out with a friend. I think that's something that's really lost is when you do meet people. I know in the previous video I talked about people that you meet that just make the job way easier and make it more enjoyable. But oftentimes after people work at that job, oh wow, that was such a good grenade throw. I forgot that the dudes have no arms in this game. After you leave a job like that, you oftentimes lose contact with the other person that you worked with, or maybe that work homie, which, you know, a lot of times that's life. That's just part of it. However, it's been really nice this time around because I've been able to stay connected a lot easier than usual. And anytime you have a common interest with someone else, it's always going to be easier with that. And obviously, we have video games and we still both teach. So there's still a lot of commonalities there, which for that I'm really grateful. Easy dubs. Yeah, overall it was a really nice day. Came back home, wife went to bed. She had a long few days, so she's been needing to catch up on sleep. It is right now, actually past Tuesday. It's Wednesday now. It's 12:52. I took a while to make my video. I'm gonna go Empire because I absolutely hate I just hate the Rebels. The Rebels suck. I do not enjoy the Rebels at all. They have better positioning on this map, but I don't care. Don't care. I cannot stand the Rebels. Their uniforms suck. Their guns look terrible. I'm upset that the clones actually followed Order 66 because of the implant, but it's what it is. Still playing. I always go for the Tusken Raiders first, and then I wop over to the area. Those graphics. You can reach out and touch it, man. Isn't that crazy? So cool. But she came home, went to bed, and then we have our kitten, who's still been getting along with Samson really, really well. And that's been really nice because we really thought that we were going to have to get a dog. And the whole deal with the dog is it's very expensive. Costs a lot of money in food every month. And then on top of the food, we obviously feel bad if we go to work and we just leave it at home alone all day. And that was partially the reason we wanted a dog, was we wanted a dog for Sammy, because when he's home alone over the summer, he doesn't have anybody. He really wants to play, but he doesn't get to. However, when he's home alone for the summer, it's only for 2.5, 3 months. And then the other problem would be we have that dog for the rest of the school year. Well, that dog's going to be lonely for now, the rest of the year. That's not fair. So I was really hoping we could find a cat that would be suitable to hang out and play with Sammy, and that's exactly what we found. A little kitten that has a ton of energy and seems like she really, really enjoys hanging out with him. And they have been absolutely adorable. They've cuddled already and fallen asleep next to each other. They also have been running around and playing. Sarlacc Pit absolutely demolished that guy. He had no idea what just ate him. Well, he had an idea. It was a Tusken Raider. He lives out here, but you know what I mean. He didn't realize. Stop getting me. Stop getting me. There we go. I'm dead. Yep. Not really dodging this. I know it's rolling, but it's just it's not. It's okay. It's okay. I don't need to roll. Yeah, easy day. Still, third day in, and everyone that I meet is still extremely positive about the school. Having Sammy there, I think, is just going to amplify that effect. Which, again, if you're not in education, I cannot stress this enough how weird that is to work at a school or a school environment where people are positive about working there. That is just, it's just not normal, straight up. And it seems like it should be and it would be, but it really is not. Wow, that lady just... I'm dead after... Nope, I'm good, I'm good. It's just, it's not normal. Most districts are very pessimistic, and the teachers seemingly don't enjoy the trainings. They feel like they're too experienced to go through with it, and it's a waste of time, or that some people don't know what they're doing when they're trying to teach them. But man, I'm grateful. I'm grateful for the people that are always ready to learn, no matter how many years you've been in education, how many years you have with kids. You're either really eager to learn or really eager to help someone else learn. And that's the attitude that everybody needs to have. It's the only way we can move forward and actually make education better. And obviously I'm not going to say what district it is because... No way you just snuck in there. No! Oh, I didn't even look at his health bar. I thought I absolutely ripped that dude. I promise this game still is not hard, but it's so supremely easy and my brain's off that it is still possible to lose. Your bullets go straight for, or did I say your bullets? Your lasers go straight for a second and then they veer off. You just hold down on it. Yeah, just going to be adding to the positivity at this school, though. That's the goal. Add, don't take away. Be somebody's reason to go. Be somebody's reason to be positive and enjoy. There's another dude in there already. Or four. They showed the shirts today as well, and they look pretty sick. I'm also excited about that. They definitely have hats too, which is cool. I'm glad I'll get to wear that stuff. That's not the most exciting thing, but it is cool when you will be working somewhere and they don't have lame clothes. That's always really nice. Definitely just a benefit. Let's get an ad reader. Excuse me. I don't think anyone's over here anymore. I think they're all just spread out right now. Yeah. Our house is not as clean as it should be right now, but that's totally okay. We still got that new couch. I need to do dishes, And then my best friend Hondro comes back on Thursday, so he's got about a day until he comes back. It's gonna be a good week. So I'm excited what today holds. As far as I know, today at school, today being Wednesday, today we're going to go over some more material with all of the teachers returning back, go over some plans. They're doing breakfast at 7:30 to 8, and then on top of that, we're getting to go into our rooms and spend more time to decorate and just kind of set up. And I say decorate loosely. There's not a whole lot of decorating to be done at this high school. It's mainly setting up curriculum, making sure we're confident in what we're doing, which that's always going to be huge. There's two more dudes. The Tuscan Raider camp, absolutely one shot. What? Where? Dude's invisible? Literally Sniper Ghost Warrior? Absolutely insane. But I'm gonna go over probably welcome back intros again, and then getting to our classrooms and setting all that stuff up. Could be a good time. Excited for it. Thanks for listening to me ramble again. It's healthy for me, so hopefully it's healthy for you to hear somebody else talk about their day and just shamble on. But I appreciate you being here. Hey, as always, have a great rest of your Tuesday. Enjoy your evening, and if you're sleeping right now, hey, enjoy your sleep. And as always, stay weird.